Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This video is action step 2, collecting rejections. If you're new here, my name's Ben and I'm going to start a business. And so far what I've been doing is completing the action steps or challenges from $1 Million Weekend by Noah Kagan, which is a book I reviewed in one of my other videos. And effectively he lays out the steps that you need to take in order to start a business. And so this week I completed challenges 4 through 6, and that's what I'm going to tell you about in this video. So let's jump into it. Challenge number 4. It's actually something that I've talked about before in one of my previous videos called My First Step, and that is to choose your freedom number. And the way to think about this is it's an amount of money that if it was coming into your account each week, you would feel in some way free. And that might mean different things for different people. It might mean that you could save for a house. It might mean that you could go on a holiday you've always wanted to go on. It might mean that you could quit your job. It could mean a whole host of different things. But for me, I chose the number £5,000 per month, which sounds like a huge amount of money now that I say it out loud. But that would allow me to pay my rent. It would allow me to save for my future. And it would also give me a little bit of breathing room, which I think is kind of important when you're doing something kind of risky like starting a business. Now, challenge number 5 was about collecting rejections. And that's the title of this video. And as you'll see in a sec, I almost cheated this challenge, but let's jump into it anyway. So Noah Kagan, the author of the book, argues for collecting rejections because each rejection that you get is one step closer to a yes. Reason being, every time you ask, it could be a yes. And so you need to build up the immunity to rejections because you're never going to get just 100% yeses, right? You have to get used to the feeling of asking and getting rejected in order to get to the yeses. So it's a really important skill. And the challenge he suggests is to go into a coffee shop and ask for a 10% discount and just see what they say. Chances are they'll say no. So for me, I adapted this slightly, and it was my birthday recently and it was a sunny day and I was buying an ice cream. So I just chose my flavour, I chose a strawberry ice cream, and just before I was about to pay, I asked, is there a birthday bonus? And the guy sort of looked slightly surprised, sort of looked around and said, oh yeah, sure, you can have a free flake. Which is great. But I guess in essence I cheated the challenge because I didn't actually get a rejection. I sort of did get something out of it, but the point is still the same, which is you should always ask, even when it feels uncomfortable, and you might get a yes. And in the end I did, but maybe I will go back and repeat that challenge and see if I can also get a rejection. Lastly, challenge number 6 is again to do with thinking about the sort of groups of people that you want to be your target market. And the challenge is to think about who do you have easy access to that you would also be excited to help. So for me, the way I thought about this is what are my interests? And I picked 3. One is entrepreneurship itself, another is sports and fitness, and a third is hiking and the outdoors. And so that helped me choose my groups because I went for entrepreneurs or startup owners, sort of young professionals like me who are interested in sports and fitness, and lastly, outdoor enthusiasts. And I'd be really excited to work with those sorts of people or help those sorts of people with my products or my services. So that's sort of a good way of thinking about which target markets I'd like to hit with my business. So yeah, those were the 3 challenges that I completed this week, and I'm aware that I'm going through all these challenges relatively slowly, but I'm really trying to be sustainable with the way I go about this because I think it would be really easy for me to start really fast and then just burn out because I don't have the time or the energy anymore for this whole experiment that I'm giving a go. So I will keep plugging away at these challenges, and I'm edging ever closer to challenge number 12, where I'll be asking people to actually buy a product of mine. So stay tuned for that, and hopefully I will see you there.